Hello,
How's
everyone.
it going?
I hope you are all being extra fabulous today. Well, thank you, Freddie Lachance, for following us. You get a little wink from Corton. You sure do. Wink. There's- And look
Oh.
at this. It looks like we have just been raided by Dead
Ah!
Aussie Gamer. Well, welcome all of you. Thank you for the follow, Witchy Mama. You get a little wink from Corton. You sure do. Wink.
Thank you for being an ally.
And thank you so much for the raid. Dead Aussie Gamer is an amazing, amazing DM. I have the joy of getting to play in his game right before I do this, so I get to warm up as a player, as it were, and then jump into the DM seat. So thank you for the raid. And right now, the first thing we're gonna do, since we just got raided, let's give it up for our sponsor today, which is Reverie RPGs. Lando, can you pop that up there for me, the link? They are doing a fabulous Kickstarter, which is going to be going live in a couple of weeks. So head over there. We're going to pop up the link. Head over there, jump in, get that that announcement when they go live. They do amazing tokens, which are fabulous and very inexpensive. So they're much less than minis. So having a mix of the tokens and the minis is great. It gives you all kinds of ways to play with everything. So head over there, and thank you, Reverie, for being a fabulous sponsor to us over here. And we've got some exciting announcements today. First of all, because my my group of players here is awful and they hate me, they have split themselves into 3 parties.
We'll split again. We'll split again. We'll do
We
6.
do that because
So,
we know you
yeah.
can make something. You can do it.
Just
They have faith
yeah,
in your
just
skills.
straight up.
Right.
Just straight up. We're just gonna do 6. We're just gonna do 6
We're
separate
making it
campaigns.
so that when
all
we're
at
together, it's gonna feel so easy for you. It's gonna be, we're just like altitude training you essentially.
Yeah, we're
Great.
building up
perfect.
for like the
Right. You guys are all gonna get back together, and I just be like, you guys just do it. It's fine. It's fine. Don't worry. I'm just gonna listen today. So,
We'll figure
but
it
we
out.
also have a new member. But first, let's introduce all of the other fabulous members. So why don't we start with Felix? But before that, Avarian CA, thank you for your follow. You get a little wink from Corton. You sure do. Wink.
Yeah.
So now, Felix, now you can talk. Avarian's more important than
Awesome.
you.
Cool. Everyone's always more important than Felix. It's fine. Felix is a fun little mousefolk bard that is just running around trying to make friends. Well, that's what he's trying to do. He's just been dying a lot lately. It's fine.
Why don't you
by
let
your
people
friend.
know? Right. Why don't you let people know what happened to you last Wednesday?
So last Wednesday, like we said, we all split up into groups, and me and my friend Dill, we're going through the country of Jarsai, and more specifically in the area where the Fire Genasi live, and we managed to accidentally, specifically accidentally, start a gang war, and we made it to a temple where we proceeded to be pickpocketed by a couple guards as they're walking us to the nobles.
So let me clarify this. In the fire section of Jarsai, there is a compound where all the rich people live, and then everything around it is slums. So they made it to that compound. The palace in the compound is known as the Fan of Glory. And that is what you were walking towards. But yes, the guards kept sort of playing a game where they just kept pickpocketing you, and you kept trying to get it back, and then you beat them at their own game.
Yeah, I did.
So let us see. So Dill, since you're the one with Felix, why don't you introduce yourself?
Yes, I am Dill. I'm playing the previously Reaper of Merchantry, now just Dill. Currently
just
traveling. Yeah, currently traveling with his best bud Felix. I'm the undead warlock who gets their power from Sune now. It's a big thing, but yeah, yeah, that's
And Dill has been calmly trying to keep Felix safe as he sort of wanders into really bad situations over and over again while they're in
Sounds
Jarsa'i.
about right.
lots of bad
Yeah.
rolls. Lots of
Oh,
bad
yeah.
rolls.
Well,
Oh yeah.
I don't know. That father and son duo, they were very nice. I don't know what Dill was saying. They were trying to stab me or whatever.
Yeah. That's right. They were lovely, lovely pickpockets. So
Mhm.
now let's jump over to Gorf and Goru. They are bearfolk brothers on their
Yeah.
way to the capital of Baland, called Valencia, which is the country where all the animal folk live. So, Gorf, what happened? What's been going on your journey?
Well, we met an angel person, and they weren't dead, which was good, because typically that's a better way for them to be.
Yeah, that's
My
true.
brother,
Yes, thank you.
my brother healed them, and then he gave us a cup that has water in it.
Yes, it does. It's in fact holy water. It's what it has in it, and
And
it never runs
when you
dry.
spill it, it fills up.
Oh my god.
Did
I
Gorf
think
lose
okay,
a
so
couple?
your intelligence isn't 6, honey. Like there's, I think we can like up it by a point or two on that scale.
Turn the
It's so
knob.
fun. It's so fun. Okay. All right. And then we met.
I mean, I'm happy to rob Gorf of intelligence if that's what you want.
Could start playing it right now.
Right.
Stricken with extra low intelligence.
Hmm.
That's right. Well, what about Goru? What did you do on your journey?
We were attacked while making camp by a rock that came from the sky. And
The bird, the rock.
The bird,
King
the
Dwayne.
rock. Dwayne
Not
the rock.
just, yeah.
What was it
Dwayne
called
the Rock,
again?
the
It's
Bird
like
Johnson.
something-
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's the Rock of
Long
the Hissing
title.
Waste.
So came and ate all our supplies, and so very hard journey the last couple days to our last day or so to get into kind of the nearby area of Valencia. Thankfully, we had some wonderful owl folk come feed us and have a little transporter to just outside the city. Goru's pretty nervous. He's supposedly about to get elected or was elected onto the council and is reporting for that duty. That's really mostly what's going on with Goru. He's still tripping a little bit because he's taking the position from his father previously had, who was just deposed. So, given their relationship dynamic, complicated, possibly abusive, it's a lot for Goru to handle right now.
Yeah, very emotional. So now let's move it along to our third party, which is Ethul doing research at their home base of Delver's Dream, the Dwarven Mine, and has discovered some things about the Shadowfell, and is on his way to have a little chit chat with the resident lich, nice lich, named Ingraf. Why don't you tell us what you've discovered?
Well, spent the day keeping sort of copy of a map that Ingress had made from the Shadowfell. kind of pinpointed where we're going to need to go in that regard. And then I also picked her brain for any information she had on shadow magic. But she also was having one of those moments where she was mixing up her days because she lives like throughout all the time or some shit.
Right. So to explain to the people in the chat, Ingrath went out into the phlegistone, which is the rainbow sea that surrounds the crystal spheres that everything is inside of. Out there in this world, in the rainbow sea, there are certain places where you can actually hear the music that the crystal spheres make, and it lets you know everything that has ever happened or ever will happen. If you stand in one of these places of power, you can see the entirety of history from its beginning to its end, but it's far too much for a mortal mind to handle, and it normally drives people mad. Ingrath went to one of these places to learn how to save the dwarven people. And when she did, she got sort of unstuck in time. So now she can't really remember if she was, if it's yesterday or tomorrow, if she's supposed to be having this conversation now, or if that's happening in a little bit. And thank you, Sick Professor, for the 3 fabulous subs. You're a delight.
So,
And now, yes, Ithul. So you found a place in the Shadowfell that you need to go to find Kilnasi. Anything else? Anything super fun?
Nothing of standout-ish, but she did have.
Nope, nothing from Ithul. That's okay.
Oh, no, he was talking.
Adrian, why don't you tell us?
We're not able to hear him because he was saying stuff.
She did have. Well,
Can no one hear me?
Yeah, now I can hear you.
whoa.
There's the. No, I wasn't Saturdays. Okay. Oh.
I think it might be on Kyle's end.
All right.
So yes. And we'll probably have some more. And... So Adrian, why don't you tell us all about you?
I am Adrian Magnition. I have just recently fallen into this plane after being rudely thrown from Melbolge after trying to have a meeting with Glacier, who apparently has been murdered. Good to know. But while I have been thrown into what I believe is called the Patchwork Planet, I have been traversing the wilds for a bit, trying to find any bit of civilization I can, after narrowly avoiding death by using my skill as a mage from plummeting and going kersplat on the ground. Thankfully, Gustav, my wonderful unseen servant, has been carrying my things while I have been riding upon my delightful, illusory steed, Zeno. Hopefully we'll find somewhere that is not the middle of the wilds and can get some answers.
I love it.
That was amazing.
Oh, thank you.
Did we lose Kyle?
I think we may have lost
We lost Kyle.
Hello, everyone.
Oh, yeah.
Legendary
Well, that
items
means
for
we get to do
everyone.
whatever we want.
Yay!
The world
Yes.
is now ours.
So
Oh no, he's returned.
Yay!
yes, we're here. We're here with the evil laugh. With the evil laugh, ready to go. So yes, so we will be getting introduced to Adrian soon, and Souls Rolls has given you a rare item. So Adrian, you can pick a rare item. You have to run it. You have to run it by me first, but that is delightful. I love
Thank you
it.
so much.
So yes, all right. Now that we are 3 separate parties doing things, I think the first thing we should do is we should have a little intro for our new person. So,
I agree.
Ethul,
Yes.
of an evening, while you are in your new tavern, talking to the various people, now that there are literally thousands of people living in this city that appeared overnight when all the dwarves returned.
I have many mouths to water.
Yeah, there's lots and lots of activity in this tavern. One night, what you see is a person come wandering through the gates, led by a group of dwarves that had been sent out to find the people that had actually fallen from the sky.
Oh, the good magic caster.
Mm-hmm.
He is bruised and beaten,
Maybe he's good.
and he appears at the gateway. Adrian, tell me, how do you appear? What do you look like being escorted by all these dwarves?
You can see upon Adrian's face, he has a bit of a mocha complexion, but the thing that truly stands out are his vibrant green eyes and his rather red in hue eyebrows and hair, and also the goatee that he sports. He is seemingly being riding upon the back of a rather speedy mule, while his things are kind of floating alongside him, being carried by unseen servants as he's being escorted through the gates by these dwarves. He seems to be taking note of not just them, but the space that he enters in, kind of jotting down things of his surroundings and the like.
And you said it was nighttime, right?
I love it. It's the evening. People have just started coming in. And Ivy Janasi, thank you so much. And yeah, you are forgiven, sir.
Don't know what
I
you were
love
forgiven
that.
for, but
He sent 6 werewolves after us in the last game, so
That's a fair trade, you know?
That's
that's
there
a
you
lot
go.
of werewolves.
Yes, there is Lando. What do we have for 1,000 bits? There's something
Let-
delightful that
Let
Ivy
me do our
Janasi
new
can
command that I
do.
just did because I want to use it.
Because we're
I
always
put it
leveling
in.
up here.
Oh, is it bits reward? Oh, I probably screwed it up.
It's lies. It's a pack of lies. It's what it is.
I don't remember the command. Let me look at the bottom that I made.
Well,
It's
there you
bit
go.
rewards. That's what I did. Oh, I did bit reward like a dummy. Hold on. Some technical difficulty as I remember the command that I just did yesterday. Boom.
There we go.
Yay. Oh, the
Fabulous.
format's all messed up. I tried to
Yeah,
make it
well,
pretty. I did some
we'll fix
testing, I
that.
promise.
It's
But-
new. So, Ivy Janasi, you can choose an environmental effect. You may choose between the following
werewolves.
3. You may choose food, drink, or song. You let us know what it is, and when you do, the whole scene will shift, won't it? Now, all right, so we now know what Adrian looks like as he enters. Oh, and it is drink. All right.
Definitely.
What that
I
means
like you.
is Ethul, you have pulled out the fire flower brandy that will come into play shortly.
Oh, dear.
So yeah, I'm just grabbing the bottle, and as I'm about to pour some drinks, I notice him and his dwarven escorts come along in, and oh, hello. Put the bottle down and kind of walk up to him. Hello. You seem like you've been on a trip.
You could say that. Fall would be more accurate. Adrian Magnicio at your service. And you?
Oh, Thul Stone Dust. And he shakes your hand. And he's a relatively tall human with a very lithe kind of frame, but it's hard to tell underneath the dark purple, baggy eldritch robes he's wearing. Uh, he's like 7'2" almost. Kind of, I don't know how tall your character is.
Only 5'11", so towering.
So yeah, he'll shake your hand and he'll look down over you and says, "Well, I was about to have some drinks go around for everybody. Come on, let's get you some nourishment in you."
I can use a check.
As you enter, you see one of the dwarves grabs Thul and says, "Get your arse back behind the barkeep. We need
Yeah,
some
I'm
more
going.
drinking." And
Yeah, I'm
he
going.
then he grabs Adrian and drags him over to the bar and says, "You'd better get your best stuff out for this new fella. He looks like someone put him through the ringer pretty good."
Oh well, I do got the best stuff right here, but I don't know. Do you think you can handle it? And he just kind of looks at you as he holds up this bottle of fireflower brandy.
I know I can handle it, but can the wee little boy over here handle it?
As you know, I am far more than a mere boy. If you can handle this beverage, I assure you it should be child's play, yes.
All right, I would like a history check from Adrian.
Okay. Let's go.
The first roll of the game for Adrian. Let's see what
boy.
happens. What's happening? Is it going? This is going to set the tone for the entire campaign for you. By the
Oh
way.
boy.
Roll or bust, bro.
Yeah. Can you roll into the roll 20?
Oh, should be able to, yeah. So that's gonna be
Fabulous.
if I remember the code correctly. 20 plus 8, boom.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Nice.
All right. And
Nice.
what did we get?
23.
23. So you do remember in your long travels, you have in fact been around Fireflower Brandy before, but you've never actually drunk it yourself. What you remember is though that it is very powerful, and there's some interesting side effects. So,
Oh boy. Do I have any recollection at all what the side effects might be?
so what you recall is
Blood,
that
fire.
there are they can be rather embarrassing if you can't hold your liquor.
Ah.
So now the real question: do you take a drink of the Fireflower Brandy? You see the dwarf next to you, like set up a shot, and he slugs it. Do you do the same?
I'll pour it into one of those metal cups for him and slide it over to him.
As I get the cup, I'm just like looking into it.
Make a choice.
Thumbs up.
All right, fabulous.
That's the spirit.
Go
That's what
for
takes
it.
a shot too.
All right, I am going to need a Constitution saving throw from you, please.
Ooh.
You want me to roll too? I'm taking a shot with him.
Oh yes, please. Everybody's doing it.
This is great. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Let's see what happens. Okay, Ithul, you got a 9. It looks like.
Oh god.
I am actually gonna use my.
I'm actually going to use an
resistance ability.
inspiration.
I'm gonna use my
Use
resistance
inspiration.
ability.
If you're using inspiration, I will allow you to take the 21 that you already rolled. Like,
Okay, cool.
yes, that's fine. There's
What
all
a
right.
nice DM.
I try. I do what I can. And do we have a roll from Adrian?
I'm actually going to use Adrian's resistance racial feature to spend a spell slot of 3rd level to get advantage on this saving throw.
Wow.
Do it.
Dang.
Do it.
Fabulous.
That could be
Fabulous.
really, really useful. That's cool.
I'm just gonna burn
All right,
one
give
of
it to
those
me.
3rd levels.
You
so I
give
can-
me that sweet, sweet roll. I love them rolling bones.
Do-
All right.
Oh, good to have advantage on this. Okay.
dear.
20,
You got this,
plus-
man.
That's the first one.
Come on.
16.
Okay.
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 So 16. So
16
what
solid.
you feel, the first thing that happens is you feel this this pressure behind your eyes in your sinuses. And when for both of you it sort of passes, it's intense and then it passes. But for the dwarf sitting in front of you, it does not pass, and you see him just his eyes start to bleed. And you see him hold his stomach for a second, and then you just hear this huge and flames fly out of his mouth. I need a second Constitution check from Athul and from Adrian, please.
Is it a
Okay.
save or a check?
This is a save.
Okay.
Alright. Not gonna burn
Oh.
another spell slot on this one.
Oh,
I'm gonna burn
Athul.
another inspiration for this.
Okay,
He's
all
like-
right.
he's
So
like,
you get,
"I will
so
not."
you get that.
It's like a
That's
fool has a
16
reputation
Athul.
to maintain.
Ooh.
Only a
Ooh.
12.
That as well.
Only a
Yeah,
12.
no. So, all right. So, Athul, you feel it rumbling in your guts, and
Adrian got advantage from chats.
ooh, fabulous.
Yay.
Well, Adrian, give me that next one. Give me that next one.
You guys are
Okay.
amazing. Thank you for saving my squishy boy.
Oh my lord.
Did I? Oh, I did not put that in right. Okay, good to know. And only
And another 12.
The fates have
All
decided,
right.
guys. I'm so sorry.
So,
Thank you.
what happens is that as Athul is standing behind the bar, sort of sweating a whole bunch right now, both you and the dwarf sitting next to you just let rip these horrific farts that actually like blow flame behind you and knock your bar stools out from under you. So you both just fall down on the ground, and your pants now have holes in the bottom. And I need one final Constitution saving throw.
Oh, no.
And thank you, Fire Phantom, for joining us.
Baby!
And all
Should I
right,
burn an
so
inspiration? Should
You're
I?
gonna
No,
burn
I'll
your
give you-
third
I'll give you
inspiration.
advantage from that, Athul. We're buds. I'll give you that. Don't you worry.
all right, give me that
You're doing
second.
what?
Give me that second roll. And just so you know, the first roll was only 12, the second roll was 15, and the third roll is 18. So you both just manage to make it. But Athul,
Solid.
because you critted, again, you do the same thing that you did the first time you drank this, where you take the shot, and then the actual seed of the fire flower, that is the thing that makes the brandy so potent in the bottle, you take that and you spit it out into your own hand, and the entire bar erupts into
Legend.
cheers because Athul did it again.
Nice.
No, though to be fair, these guys don't know I did it the first time.
Right.
No, they've
That's
heard.
true.
They've heard.
That's true.
Word-
Yeah, no,
word
there's
around town is
been.
good.
That's
Everyone
right.
knows
They
Athul.
know the rumors.
Yeah.
Everyone knows that Athul has the cast iron stomach.
There you go.
But the poor dwarf sitting next to you, Adrian, you managed to stand back up again and sort of hold your own. You manage
you-
it.
Very bashfully, kind of like, moving his body so that no one can see there's a hole in his pants. Just kind of.
That's right.
It's very
That's
non-suspiciously.
right.
Yeah.
I'll just
Yes.
minor
Yeah.
illusion hit the hole in his pants patched up.
But the poor dwarf next to you, as he is saying, "I can do it. I can," just throws up on the floor and passes out
That was
because
hardcore.
Why did you recommend doing this?
they, you see the entire uh, the entire bar not only erupts for Athul, but now erupts for Adrian because all of them have tried this at some point, and very few of them have succeeded in not destroying their clothes.
Not
So,
easy.
Adrian,
And
why don't
their
you take a
livers.
bow and give a congratulatory speech to the tavern?
Oh, thank you for being so welcoming and allowing me to experience this particularly potent beverage. If you would all be so interested or inclined, please, you may come. I might be able to offer you a copy of my book that I have. Resources on all of my travels throughout the many planes. Thank you all.
Yes. Most of them sort of look at you like, "Oh, I don't really read. Hold on, but I'm a minor. I don't really read."
You're a tough class.
Kids can read too,
And-
Kyle.
That's true. That's true. And
Yeah.
with that, the entire tavern comes over and starts buying you drinks, and you and Athul have a glorious evening. And we will move to the next
Welcome to Delver's
group.
Dream, buddy.
I feel at home.
Hand around shoulder as he takes you back to the bar.
Yay! So now we are going to scoot right along to a mouse and a corpse.
That's one way of putting it, sure.
Why
It's not
don't
just a
What
It's
do
a
you
mouse
do
and a
to-
mortis.
For being an ally.
all
It's a
right?
mouse and a mortis.
Can we please put up a little bit of roll 20? And thank you for the follow, Furious. You get a little wink from Corton. You sure do.
It has the roll20 hasn't changed since last game.
No, it has not. I'm
In
asking
any way.
because
Um,
so this is Delver's dream.
I'm nervous, Mike. We're gonna fuck this
oh, I'm
up.
so nervous.
The
Yeah.
top hat cannon.
Um,
Top hat is
there
canon.
here's the fabulous our little town of Delver's dream up in the mountains. It's
Aw.
great.
You
I
did.
love it.
So as the two of you are playing, essentially you have learned that there is some sort of sport when it comes to theft in the land of Jarsai, at least in the Fire Genasi's arena. You are being ushered further into this beautiful area. Just astonishingly beautiful buildings, scroll work everywhere. Everything has statues and sculptures and vases, and the entire way is paved with these lovely tiles that seem to be, they look like they're scrubbed every day. And eventually, you make it up to the gates of what is known throughout the region as the Fan of Glory. It is a beautiful palace with wrought iron fences. As you stand before it, the guard waits for you to make a move. What will you do?
I look up at Dill, and I just kind of take a couple steps forward, thinking about the craziness that we've just been through, and I I tip my hat, I put it back on, and I show the token that I got from the other guard.
Yes. So as you move forward, you feel something, some sort of. Both of you can give me an Arcana check, please. Something
yay.
delightful. Let's see. Let's see what's happening.
Nope.
All right. So Dill, you have
Dirty
no
20.
idea what's going on. Felix, you can feel that there is a magical interaction happening with you and the gate, but you can tell that it is totally fine. It's mundane. It's not going to do anything harmful to you.
Okay. Hello, good sir. May we have entry into this lovely area?
And the guard looks back at you and just says, "Well, perhaps. It really depends on what the gate thinks. Please step forward. Pale one." And
Okay.
and Dill, you can feel this interaction. You don't know whether or not it's going to hurt you.
I say, Felix, I think I'm feeling a little bit nervous.
It's all right. It's all right, friend. I don't think this is something that should hurt us. Let's move forward. We have something we need to do. And I take a couple steps forward.
As
Me too.
you do, you feel something in the gate click, and suddenly the sky erupts in fireworks. The guards seem a little nonplussed. They've seen this a million times before. But apparently, every time a new person comes to the palace, magical fireworks erupt into the sky to show them just how magnificent this area is. What do you do now? What's your reaction to insane fireworks popping up?
Felix freaks out and hides behind Dill. I think Felix has only seen fireworks like 3 times. Not all of them have been, some of them have been people falling from the sky. So
It's happening again.
Not great.
it's happening again. Ah! Little PTSD, but it's fine.
Sure. No, I
Oh,
get it. I 100% get
I
it.
feel so special.
I love it. So, what do you do now? Do you proceed?
Yes, but I'm still kind of like holding on behind Dill's row. I'm just like, okay, you go first. You got this one, bud.
You have as you hesitate, the gates open before you, and one of the guards literally grabs you and starts sort of shoving you forward.
Oh, yes. Thank you. Yeah, onward to this place. Oh God, that was so
Yes.
embarrassing. I don't.
Onward? Is that something you say, Felix?
I don't think it is. I'll be honest. Let's just keep moving. Let's not talk about it.
So I'm sorry. I am curious. Can chat actually see the fireworks or no?
I don't think so.
Oh no! Can you see the fireworks?
Oh, there you go.
I see him on
Sorry.
roll
I
20.
can.
I have to actively switch.
There we are.
Oh, bad. There you go.
There we go. Sorry, that was supposed to be
I
a
don't have
delightful
enough-
reveal.
I don't have enough screens.
But, so yes, this huge, massive firework erupts. And now, let us move inside the actual palace.
I'm gonna take Felix's hand. I'm a little bit nervous having to speak to someone this important.
Mhm.
As
Slug.
you are ushered through the palace, through the carved iron gates, you begin to hear the sounds of merriment and joy, of drinking and laughter, though there is always sort of a sinister edge to the laughter that you hear. Eventually, you come to a huge room filled with the finest foods on golden plates. Everyone is wearing the finest outfits that can be bought. And they look at the two of you, and while you are dressed well, you are not dressed well enough for their standards. Both of you may give me a perception check.
Right.
That's not the worst.
I'll
Still,
give Felix advantage.
Okay.
ooh, all right. Okay, Felix, let's see what you see now, shall we? What's going on over there?
No!
Over
It was
there.
so close to a 20.
Nope. So you guys don't really
I got a 12.
see anything. There is you just see nobles. You do see them interacting, going like wandering around. Everyone is mingling. It's delightful. What would you like to do? You are the guards have stopped at the doorway, ushering you in here, giving you the chance to mingle if you would like to.
Felix, do you have any idea how to mingle?
At this point, Felix just, stands up a little bit straighter. He's more relaxed now. This is exactly his element. Just cracks his fingers, and he's gonna get to work and kind of go and do his thing. Just move into the party and try and get some information a little bit.
Certainly.
As he
Well,
does.
first, where are your money pouches located?
Under my hat.
And Dill, where is
In
your
the bag
money
of holding,
Okay, where's
which
the
is
bag of
under
holding?
Felix's hats.
Oh my God. Okay, so it is because of the size of the bag of holding and because you are a mouse folk. Really, what people see when they look at you is in fact a mouse with a bag on top of his head with a hat on top of the bag.
It's a beret, people. You haven't seen one before?
Latest
Jeez.
trends in merchantry.
That's right. The height of fashion.
He's a trendsetter.
Yes.
Gonna be all the
Um,
rage.
The first person that you walk up to, before you even start talking, you see them sort of looking around at like your waist, and you can give me an insight check with advantage. Is what you can do. That's a thing that you can do. You sure can.
Well, thank
All right.
the gods that it was with advantage, because it was almost a natural one.
So both Dill and Felix, now that you're a little closer, you see that there's the nobles here seem to be playing a similar game to the games the guards were playing outside, but it looks like they're much more practiced at it. And as you as you see them sort of staring at your waist, you realize that it is with intention and a little bit of greed. And so you then look at their waists and you notice that all of them seem to have 4 or 5 money pouches along their waist. And as you watch the crowd, you see people just slipping by other people and just very quickly grabbing the money pouch. Some people are very good at this and they get away with it. Some people are not. And the person will grab their wrist before they can get away with the money pouch and will give them a little and then keep going. This is just apparently a natural part of what goes on. And you see people around the edges of the rooms after they have stolen a pouch. They'll go to the edge of the room, open it up, see how much is in it, and then seem either excited or disappointed, depending on how big a prize they got from it. And you realize that all of these bags have different amounts of gold in them, and everybody's trying to snag the big bag of gold. So,
I'm going
what will
to
you do?
I'm gonna pull out 4. No. You said 6. Each of them have around 6. money pouches?
Anywhere from like 3 to 10. Like this is, and it seems to also be sort of a sign of prosperity and wealth, the number of money bags that you have on your waist.
Okay, I'm gonna pull out 8 money pouches, and I'm gonna
I'm
fill
sorry,
them.
when did you get 8 money pouches?
Do I not have 8 money pouches? I
I
always
I
carry a plethora of money pouches on me,
Well, I
so I
mean,
can
we
dole it
are
out.
carrying like 2,000 gold each. We need to have
Yeah.
several pouches.
I believe we do.
Okay, I will allow each of you to have a maximum of 4 pouches.
Fine.
That's
I'll
8
put
in total. We
Right.
dump the rest in the bag.
right.
Oh my God.
I'll put a
Terrible people.
Math.
yeah, a order of magnitude in each not an order of magnitude, I guess
An
double.
order
So
of magnitude?
I
I
put
was
1,
like, damn,
2,
dude.
4. You said we'd had 4, so I'd have 1, 2, 4, and 8 gold in the pouches.
Okay. All right. Fabulous.
And I'm gonna look at Dill again, and then I'm going to say, all right, I'm going in, and I'm going to start dancing around everyone, and
Sure,
I'm going to.
as you approach,
Mhm.
the first sort of group of people like that were on the outer edges, they saw you, they saw that you didn't have any money bags on your waist, and they were just like, "What? Who are these idiots that don't know how to come to court?" And they watch as you then start pulling money bags out and putting them on your various uh start putting them in various areas. And as you do that, they then sort of smile gently, realize that you do know how to participate in the game, and allow you entrance into the room. How far do you go?
I'm just going to, tip, my toe into the water, as it were, and just right at
Just
the
sort of,
edge.
so
Right at the
just,
edge for now. I'm gonna work
okay,
my way in.
sure.
I'm going to be
Yes.
the guy at the party who only knows one person, is just trailing them the entire time.
My God.
Oh no.
Okay, so Felix, first things first. I need 2 dexterity saves from you, please.
Okay.
Let's see how this goes, shall we?
Uh,
Shall
dirty
Let's
20
fireball at him.
Oh,
Good.
damn!
and a 25. Boom, baby.
Crushing it.
Okay, there is. As you move through the crowd, one person attempts to take one of your money bags, and you catch their arm, and it's a lovely woman in a beautiful dress. You catch her arm, and you actually twirl her as though you are dancing, and then kiss her hand as you leave her, and she smiles and blushes at you.
Seamless.
She's just charmed. And why don't you tell me what happens when the gentleman then attempts to steal your money purse?
When the gentleman tries to steal my money purse, I want to kind of flourish and then dodge around behind him. And as I do that, I'm going to reverse it. I'm gonna try to steal his money pouch.
God.
It's like a
All
really
right.
swift.
Fabulous.
Actually,
Give me
I'm
a
gonna
sleight
do
of
it
hand
with
check.
I'm gonna do it with my what is it? I know I have a trait that lets me do some cool stuff.
I know it's right here somewhere.
Right.
While you're trying to figure that out, give
The
me
nimble dodge. I have a nimble dodge.
Ooh.
which allows you to do what? Will you pop that up in chat, please?
Yes, let's do that.
So, nimble dodge as somebody is attempting to steal your monies. That's rude. Oh,
No.
oh my! Well, they already missed. So
Okay, that's fine.
there's
So what I'm gonna do is, you said a sleight of hand check.
yes.
Okay, let's see what it is. Ooh, only a 13.
Ooh, you do not quite make it. So, as you do a flourish and bow to the man in front of you attempting to steal your your purse, he then spins around as you try to steal his, does a flourish and bows to you, and you see a little twinkle in his eye. He's and looking at you and thinking of you as a worthy competitor. Now, Dill, I'm going to need you to make me 5
No.
dexterity saving throws.
Dill, why did you come with
Jeez.
me, dude?
Well, people have recognized
We're dancing this
that,
dance.
that Felix knows the dance. They also recognize the Dill does not.
No,
So,
Dill,
Felix,
all of your stuff.
did you give me any of the pouches?
I didn't. I made pouches for myself.
So you
well,
got
I
am
thought
I
that
just
you
walking
said
around-
that you had 4 pouches because
Yeah.
you had so much gold.
Well, so are you saying we have 4 pouches each?
Yes.
Okay, so then, yeah, I guess we'll just split it the same way I said before. So 1, 2,
Sounds
4, and
good.
8.
All right. Give me them rolls. Give me all them rolls.
16
All
first
right.
one.
Yeah.
6 second.
Give me all of them, and then we're gonna talk about it. Oh, damn, dude.
Oh,
Okay.
what?
Okay. All right. So
What's
the
the middle?
first, you succeed on the first and the third, but the 2 in the middle are so bad that they actually. Why don't you tell me how you managed to avoid 2 of them, but when you turn around, you have no money pouches left.
Oh shoot. I guess the first guy comes along and he's very obvious. Comes from like in front of me and tries to do it on the side, and I just sort of fan him away almost, very awkwardly, very obviously. I don't have the style that Felix has. I make it very obvious, and I sort of remain eye contact with him as he's walking
wait.
away.
We did
Hold
get
on
That's
just a
like
yeah.
at
moment.
least 2
Hold on.
people.
Hold on just a moment. Denise just changed the story. Please give me one more roll if you don't mind.
Thank you, Denise. I'm sure this is gonna be a natural one. Oh,
Okay,
16.
16. So you managed to hold on to one of them. So I'm sorry. Please complete your fabulous story that you were telling me.
yeah. So as I'm fanning that guy away, and I sort of remain eye contact with him as he's walking away, 2 people just sort of snatch a bunch of bags off of me as I'm only paying attention to him, and I just look back in my belt, notice that I only have 1 bag left, and as I'm looking down, like almost disappointed, someone else is trying to steal it. Like the second I look down, I just do the same thing again, and now I only have 1 bag left.
What are you doing with that 1 bag?
I'm starting to understand what's going on here. So I don't want to like jump in immediately. I'm gonna dip my foot in the water by trying to steal one from Felix.
Oh my god. Okay. All right, Felix, your back is turned. So, since we don't do, just FYI, we do not do rolls against other players on this server. You have to tell a fabulous story, and whoever tells the better story wins. So, Felix, your back is turned to Dill as he attempts to steal a bag of gold from you. What happens?
So as my back is turned, I'm kind of trying to eye my next target, as it were, and I think I know that Dill is not going to do as well. So I think Felix, what he really wants to do is let let Dill take a coin pouch for him,
Fabulous.
just so he thinks he's doing really well.
Oh my god. All right, so Dill, so first of all, the coin pouch that you saved, where is that? Is that in your hands? Is it on your belt?
I'll I'll have it like I'll have it. I have like I'm wearing the robe of the ferryman, so I'll have it sort of under behind the robe, but still slightly visible from like some specific angles.
Fabulous. And now where are you putting this one?
Same spot, but on the other side.
Okay. All right. Delightful. So as you make your way through the crowd, Everyone attempts to continue stealing things. Dill, I would like you to roll me um, uh, 2d20s. If you get above 10, you get to keep a money bag. If it's under 10, you lose them. All right. So, why don't you give me some sweet rolls? All right. So an
18 and a
18.
5.
So you lose as you get closer to the throne. You lose one of your money bags. You have no idea where it went. And would you please roll me, since you did 1, 2, 4, and 8? Please roll me a d8.
Looks like
6.
A 6. So
Vendetta.
I will give you a 4. So you, of all of the gold that you put in there, you retained 4 gold coins. All right. So
Oh my
that
gosh.
is what. So you lost 10, 11. So you lost 11 gold.
Adrian's got
So
some
now
push-ups.
we
got some
have
newbie
got
push-ups.
some push-ups for Adrian. Adrian, here's a fun thing that they can do. Our players can demand that you do push-ups. That's what they do. Now, because I am a delightful DM and I believe in solidarity, I will do these push-ups with you, as we, as I am going to let you see who our two folk are actually approaching. You get to the throne, and upon it you see a beautiful fire genasi named Faldan Manada. And just breathe that in for a moment
Ooh.
as we are doing some push-ups. All right, Adrian, are you ready? Are you ready? Here we go. We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it. All right, and it is 1, and it's 20 of them. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I haven't been forced to do these in a while, and it hurts. Oh God. And 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Oh,
And then we got a request for Wizard to do some.
oh my God. All right. We'll wait until. All right. Here we go. All right.
It's a really
You're all
good way,
monsters.
chat. If you need to use the restroom and you don't you want to pause the story, just give us push-ups so that you can
Yes.
run to the restroom real quick and then come back.
Bio break.
Yep.
Yes.
All right.
All right.
Not too often, though.
Pause the stream. Yeah.
So as you are ushered up to the throne, you see Faldan Manada smiling
can I
down
ask-
at you. Yes.
What is his title? How do we refer
Well,
to
we're
him?
gonna
Is he
get
like, Your
there,
Majesty?
aren't
fuck
we?
me.
Aren't we?
Hey,
As-
Falder,
as-
my man!
As ostentatious
Sup?
as this whole place is, of course he's got massive titles. So as you approach, a gentleman steps out from beside the throne and says, "You may bow as you approach Faldan Manada, the hand of the fan of glory, the wealth of Jarsai, the heart's fire, and ruler of the fire genasi." And as this is said, you see a beautiful fire genasi standing just under 6 feet tall. He bows deeply to both of his new guests and says, "Two beauties to add to our bountiful garden. How joyous an occasion." And he winks at you both. And with that, we will move it along to our third storyline over in Valencia, shall we? So,
Yeah.
Gorf and Goru have been sent by the owl folk druids to the edge of the city. They first see before them the humble abodes in the plains and fields around the mountain that make up what is called by the Valencians the blanket. It is farmland as far as the eye can see that feeds not only them, but much of the world. This is the breadbasket of the continent. Now, sorry, I'm still trying to catch my breath.
Right?
um,
For being.
Did we change
Tell
the
me.
roll 20?
Laughing won't help you.
Do what?
I don't
Laughing's
think we
not going
changed
to
the roll
help.
20 for the stream.
No? Lando?
Sorry. There we go. Sorry, I have to switch my screen.
And thank you
There you
for
go.
the follow, Stajam Jams. There's you get a little wink from Corton, you sure do. Wink. And now you see hare folk and mouse folk running about their daily duties, though it does seem like with a bit more energy than normal. Tell me, how do you feel finally getting back home after so long?
It's good to be back. I haven't been here in years.
It is indeed, brother.
Seems like
It's good to be home.
never left. Much the same. In the
Indeed it
blanket,
does.
I don't think we'd really expect anything different. But
As you say that, yeah. As you say that, Goru, you feel something scurry up your back. What do you do?
Very surprised. I'm like, what the frick?
What do you actually do?
Does Gorf see it?
He does not.
I'm like at first like kind of surprised, and then like, oh, like I'm home. Like I know like this is not an abnormal thing. So I kind of probably like look over just pretty casually and be like, hello.
And as you look over, you feel a a weirdly powerful slap from a little mouse folk woman on who is now standing on your shoulder. As you turn over, she just smacks your face back the other way again.
Like I go like, what? What?
um, she looks at you and she says, she's obviously one of the mothers. Nobody else
Yeah.
would do this. And for chat, just so you know, the mothers are the rulers of the mouse folk. They are also the mouse folk are the mafia of this continent. So they are also the head of the mafia. They have all the information on everyone because their mouse folk family is so big and so tightly knit that they get everywhere, learn everything, and then bring all of that information back to the mothers so that they can use it to tip the balance of power as they see fit. This particular mother just smacks you in the face and starts screaming at you about the fact that none of the mouse folk have returned from Non-Ked. And what are you going to do about it?
I like go and like pull her off, like not like firmly, but not like hurting
Okay.
her.
All right.
And I'm
So,
like to hold her
so
out in
I
front
need
so I can
you.
see her.
Nope. I need you to do a history check for me first.
16.
Okay, you know that the last person that attempted to manhandle one of the mothers, their entire family was found dead less than a week later. Do you still want to manhandle one of the mothers?
Oh.
No.
boy.
It was like, okay. I'm
So,
like,
what would you like to do?
what do you mean they haven't returned from Non-Kit? This is the first that I'm hearing of this. Please.
Who
Um,
went to non
she starts she starts explaining to you that all of their all of her children, apparently she is the mother for non-Ked. Um, every mother has a country that she is in charge of. So she is the mother for non-Ked. Um, and apparently the vast majority of her children have not returned from their postings at the various libraries, taverns, palaces, all of that. And they are no longer responding to any summons.
Goru gets really sad, and he's just like, "Mother, like, we'll figure out what happened to them. I don't, I don't have any information for you. I'm so sorry."
Have you heard what's happening in non-Ked right now?
And she just gives you this withering stare. Of course, she doesn't even have to say anything. Of course she has. That's why she's asking what you're gonna do about it.
Mother, we're marshaling forces to um, to protect this continent against, but we're also trying to figure out how best to enter into the country. That's why I'm here, to report to the council, and um, we have emissaries going to every other nation on this continent. We're doing everything we can right now to gather information, to raise support, raise an army.
She stops you, um, and she just is like, "You've always talked way too much, Goru. At least your father knew how to get things done." And with that, she scurries down and heads off, and you see her obviously heading towards the council chambers at the top of the mountain. So what's next for you? What are you gonna do?
Well, we better hurry before you meet any other friends.
Well, as you are you going to keep going, heading up the mountain?
Yep.
Fabulous. As you do that, you then find yourself walking through the highway in the wood, which is where the owl folk druids live. A beautiful place filled with colorful flowers all year round because the druids continually force the plants to grow. They are the ones that ensure a bountiful harvest in the blanket. They also ensure that there is wood for construction and for heating houses throughout the year. They are also the ones that if you are troubled, you may either go to them or to the Loxodons, and they will sit with you. They will listen to your troubles. They will give you advice as they can. And as you wander through, you hear the hooting speech of some of the druids, but you don't see anyone quite yet.
Worf kind of
You
is
continue.
like. Worf is kind of like. Hopefully they didn't hear about what happened. He's just like gonna keep going.
You then move on to what is known to the people of Valencia as the land of milk and honey. There is a ring of forest around the mountain, but within that ring is the pasture land of Valencia. It is filled with the Leonins and the Tabaxi. The Leonins are war leaders, and the Tabaxi raise the livestock. They have huge lands leading up to the mountain that begins to rise ahead of you. It takes several hours for you to move through. Would you like to do anything in the land of milk and honey?
I think we're just gonna press through. I think we're on horses too, if that's something we can do. I think we're just trying to get to the council
So
chambers as quickly as possible.
as you get to the edge of the land of milk and honey, you see that you remember that the way forward, you will not be able to take your horses with you. They're simply too large to keep going. So at the base of the mountain, there are stables that you can stable your horses at, and they will take care of them for you.
I pay the stable master, the stable boy, like an extra gold or two to make sure that Peter gets some good treats.
I love it. I love it. Everybody loves Peter.
Everyone loves
Peter.
Peter.
Peter the horsey.
The
Peter horse.
big old horse guy.
He's delightful.
Yes.
Well, as you leave your horses behind, we then move to the next layer, which is the home of the bear folk and the minotaurs, called the Maw. This is where much of the wealth of Valencia comes from both the mines and because the bear folk are in charge of their mercenary actions. These were carved directly into the side of the mountain along a rift in the mountain with a lava flow beneath it. The houses are built into the sides of the mountains. It is definitely a darker part, but this is also where the taverns are. So it tends to be very lively, although a little dangerous if you have drunk too much and you fall off one of the edges. So people tend to. There's also a thriving business of rickshaws with various animals carrying drunken passengers here and there throughout the mountain.
A bunch of bear folk pulling people in rickshaws. Because the bear folk, they can't use the rickshaws unless it's like a really, really big bear folk.
Well, don't forget,
They're
this
too
is
big.
this is the land. This is the land of the animals. So they make things to be able to deal with everything from a mouse folk to a loxodon. So yes, they are good. They're ready. So this is also though where your house is. Would you like to do anything here, or are we going to head straight up the mountain?
It's up to you, brother.
We are running late. Honestly, I can't see Father right now, Gorf.
But I
We should push and
understand.
press on.
Maybe we could see him after.
Gorf, do you think what that mother said is true? That I'm not going to be able to get anything done?
I think it's bullshit. I'll make sure you get stuff done. And so will the mothers. If you don't do anything, they'll depose you just like Father.
Fair enough,
So
Gorf.
I have no
Right.
concern of that at all. I'll help you.
Love it.
Thank you, Gorf.
Fabulous.
Of course.
Well, as you are talking and walking,
But
you
you
then
do talk too
make
much.
it. You continue up the mountain and you see the peaks starting to appear and the light shining through. You get to the area called the playground, which is where the loxodons and the turtles live, tending to the various temples and to the theaters, which are funded by the temples themselves. So this is where the nightlife happens. So you come here, you go to temple, you see a fabulous show, you walk down the mountain a bit to the tavern, and then you have someone give you a rickshaw ride back up.
Classic.
Is there... The temple area has also grown dramatically over the last 1,000 years. It was just a temple to Baland initially. But over the course of many generations, new temples have been built that honor all kinds of gods and goddesses from all over the multiverse. So is there anyone that you
we're
would like
tolerant.
to... Yes.
And
Is there
inclusive.
anyone that you would like to leave a prayer for?
Brother, I think I would like to pray. Um,
That's
um,
that's fine.
I need a brief moment. What's wow, I'm so tired today.
Oh,
Uh, love goddess
Sune.
Sune. I'd like to leave a prayer with Sune while also praying to my ancestors briefly.
Okay. Um, why don't uh why don't you head into the Temple of Sune? You see a beautiful Loxodon with just gorgeous pink hair. Is the high priestess at the Temple of Sune here.
Nice.
Her tusks just shine, and she has several beautiful ornaments hanging off of them that actually sort of create two almost beaded curtains as she moves. She ushers you up to the altar. Give me your prayer.
Sune, my heart is troubled. I'm full of fear. Let it be full. Let me be full of love instead. Help me to show up for my people, and to move forward in love and light. Thank you.
As you give this prayer, you feel a sense of peace. And you get the sense that the love in your heart will carry you through. Not the fear, not the panic, not the anxiety, not the anger. It's the love in the end. And at the end of the day, it is love that is going to allow you to do what must be done.
Or feels much better.
And Gorf, anything from you?
We're just gonna watch. Not gonna say
Alrighty, fabulous. Then, there's Sune. Sune definitely looks down at her temple now that she's been invoked, and she sees you just standing there, and is a little curious as to why. But that will be a matter for another day now. So, as you continue up the mountain, you enter the section of the mountain called the schoolyard. This is where the schools of engineering, warfare, all of that is situated. The buildings are lighter and a little airier because this is where the Aarakocra and the Kenku live. So the bird folk exist on this layer. It is the second layer to the top, full of beautiful valleys and peaks that are only accessible with flight, but also plenty of arching passageways that help you get to the top of the mountain. Is there anything that you'd like to do here in the schoolyard?
Maybe on the return trip.
All right.
You know, I don't want to stress Goru out.
Then as you continue up, you finally get to the crown. Now, as you are children of nobility here, you have been to the larger structure over here. This is where the halls of government are situated at the very top of the mountain. But neither of you have ever been to the tower over here. You don't know what's in there. You simply know that only members of the council are in fact allowed across that bridge. As you enter this area, you suddenly see many of the council members starting to rush before you. They all nod to you as they head upwards. You know that you will be able to speak to them in the council chamber. Is there anything that you'd like to do before you enter?
Got this, brother.
I'm assuming Gorf isn't allowed in there.
No, Gorf is allowed.
Oh, okay.
He's the child of a noble.
No, I mean, but the council chamber itself.
The council, yes, no, everybody.
okay.
This is a very egalitarian society. There is everyone, every single person is allowed in the audience chamber for the council, which is made up of it's on the second and third floors. So it's separate from the actual council chambers, but everybody can listen in to what the council is doing.
Gotcha.
Only council members and their immediate family are allowed on the first floor, which is where the actual council
Okay, so
table
I
is.
can be with Goru, like next
Yes,
to
so you
okay,
can
cool.
you'll be in a seat away from the table,
Sure.
but you will be able to be in the room.
Awesome.
So anything that you'd like to do before you enter?
I just grasp Goru's like arm, like kind of like that, or Gorf's arm, and just say, "Let's do this, brother," and just
But I believe
Kind
in
of.
you. This is what you were born for. Don't be afraid. We're right
Don't
here.
be afraid. There is, and Benjamin Gunna, yes, you can get a little rundown. There is, the party has split into three, is going to three different countries right now. One section of the party made up of Ethul and Adrian is going to be trying to research, find out exactly what's going on with the Lich Queen, who is building up an army in the center of the continent and is threatening to destroy the entire continent with undead and warforged that she controls. Another one is in the elemental nation of Jarsai, attempting to negotiate with the council there, which is made up of genasi of various elements, and occasionally a genie of different elements. Next, we have Gorf and Goru, who you just saw talking. Their father has been kicked off of the council for indiscreet behavior,
Yeah.
shall we say. And Goru has been nominated to take his place. And essentially, when someone is nominated in this world, it's in. The mothers have already decided that that's who they want. So they are now entering the council chamber. And as they steel themselves for that, we will do a little bit of a break. First, I would like to say thank you again for everybody who is here. You are all delightful. You make us very happy that you are here, and with the subscriptions and the bits, all of that, it's amazing to know that you all are so supportive of what we're doing here. Secondly, I would love to say thank you to our sponsor. Again, if you can pop those links up, that would be great. The sponsor is Reverie RPGs. They're doing a Kickstarter that is all about tokens. It's called Token Tales. Please head over to their Kickstarter and sign up to get that notification. Just go do it now. It'll take a half a second. And the reason that these tokens are fabulous is, first of all, they are double-sided, which means they take up much less space. They are, in fact, stackable. So again, they're not going to just fall everywhere. It's super organized and delightful, and they're much less expensive than miniatures. So you can do a fabulous mix of, like, have a big boss miniature and then a bunch of little minions. that are these tokens that are super easy to use and super easy to store. So please head over there. I want to thank them again for being a fabulous sponsor to us. And with that, we are going to take a little 5-minute bio break, but we will be right back.
Yay!
Catch you guys in a minute.
Well, hello,
Hey.
everyone.
Hey!
Thank
We're back.
Thank you for sticking around, doing all the fun stuff. There is now we have sent all of our people on their various journeys. We have found Adrian not not passing out on the bar floor, and Thule
This is you.
once again managing to snag the fireflower seed. And as they have gone to bed for the evening, we shall start the next day. As they wake, you know that there is still incredible turmoil in the world. You have discovered a little bit about the Shadowfell. It is time now to find somebody that can help you interpret the things that you have found.
Question,
What are
is it
your
raining?
thoughts? None? No thoughts at all?
Question, is it raining?
Is it raining?
Yeah, because I was supposed to go talk to Ingrid when it rained.
Yes, it is in fact raining. It is a
Oh.
little drizzle, but it looks as though it's going to be it's
Still,
going to start a little bit of a downpour later.
still counts.
Well, I don't know if you want to tag along, but I have to go take care of a few things this morning. If not, you're welcome to help yourself to a drink at the bar.
What things are you doing exactly? I might be able to assist. I am
Push
well
ups.
versed
See why
with
not.
drums.
He needs his push-ups.
Well, you see, I'm one of the owners of this mine, and we're currently going through a sort of process of trying to figure out ways of defeating this Lich Queen to the north.
So dealing
I
with the
don't
lich
know if you have
problem.
any insight. We're trying to.
Would I know the association between like the undead and the Shadowfell?
You have traveled the plains enough that you are well enough versed to know that bit about it, yes. But you can certainly make me either an Arcana or a History check to see what you know about the plains.
Ooh, Arcana check. I have advantage on those when it comes
Fabulous.
to the realms.
Let's do it. And what are we looking at here? Let's see what this thing brings up.
Where in the there
And
it
we will create a situation where you actually link your character. Oh, it's there. It's fabulous. Oh, well,
Yeah.
thank God you've got advantage because your brain almost fell out the side of your
Oh,
head.
God.
Let's see.
Oh no, let's try that
Yeah,
again.
give me that not natural
Oh,
one.
There we
wow.
So, yeah, 26
better.
is definitely better. So, things that you know about the Shadowfell. First of all, it is the home of many, many, many undead. The reason for this was because it used to be something called the Plane of Shadow, which was actually a demi-plane. Then Shar took that and infused it with the essence from the negative energy plane, which is the negative energy is the energy that suffuses undead. It's the thing that animates them and keeps them going. When she did that, it actually pulled the Plane of Shadow into a closer relationship with the prime material plane. So it became the Shadowfell. It became much easier to enter. And now the Shadowfell is a place where souls, after body has been killed, most souls go through the Shadowfell in order to then go to wherever they're going to go afterwards, whether it's an upper plane or a lower plane, or if they're going to stick around, or if they're going to just go nowhere. Another thing you know about the Shadowfell is that the topography of the Shadowfell shifts and changes over time. So it is difficult to know exactly where something is from month to month in the Shadowfell. But there are many, many powerful deities and powerful undead in the Shadowfell, which is one of the reasons that powerful undead like liches like to be there, because it is anathema to living people. Everything is gray, it's washed out, and if you stay too long, you will actually start taking on the traits of an undead creature. So that's what you know about the Shadowfell.
That's yucky.
A convergence of many of the North-City realms, this place of undeath, where it can reign supreme, as it were.
Yes, and I have a map of it.
You have a map of it?
Yes, thanks to the lady I'm about to go speak to again.
When was that map made exactly?
I don't know when she made the original, but I made this copy yesterday.
Well, if it has been made recently, you must act swiftly. The Shadowfell is not a place of consistency, as it is.
Well, we'll see.
And
Yes,
are
well,
you
you
are
know
you
where I
walking? Are you walking
Yes.
and talking as you are
Yeah.
saying this?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm just leading him to the mine and the giant adamantine doors and down into the third level, I think is where Ingress is.
She's on the fourth level, in the
Yeah,
halls of magic. So as you go through the mine, you see all of the beauty and the glory of the mine, now filled with people, all constantly trying to improve the mine once again, since it has lain abandoned for 200 years. So they're fixing things up, rehanging doors, getting things pulled together. You go down through the market, you continue down through the temples, and finally you make it down to the fourth level. You go across the entire space and get to Ingrath's library, which is at the center of the halls of magic, a huge 10-story tall library that has inconceivable secrets and knowledge within it, all guarded by a lich named Ingrath Noblefury, the sister of the king of the dwarves. As you enter, Ingrath is floating some 8 or 9 stories up, grabbing some scrolls, and she seems to be talking to herself or talking to somebody who isn't there. And she is saying, "Well, of course, dear. Of course I've got that. Yes, 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 yes. Yes. Well, right now. Well, certainly." And as she continues talking, she then floats down, stands in front of you, unblinking, as though she's waiting for you to say something.
Hello.
Good morning. How are you today?
Well, I'm just fine, thank you, my dear. But that's not what you're supposed to be saying, are you? Wait, did I do it again?
I
Oh,
think you did it again.
I did it again.
Oops.
So she unrolls the map of the Shadowfell and just looks up at you and she says, "And now you ask," and she holds her hand out.
When exactly was this map made?
Oh, yes, dear. Yes, yes, yes. It was made many, many hundreds of years ago.
I was told
Yes.
you are a lich, of course, so you must be obviously aware that the Shadowfell is a place that is of constant movement, constant shifting. Are you sure that a map from hundreds of years ago will prove useful to us now?
And she looks at you and says, "Well, why don't you take a look?" And you may give me a perception check. Both
Oh
of you.
yeah, I'm so good at this. Yes, definitely don't have a -1 to perception.
You have advantage.
Oh, thank
Ooh.
you.
Well, that's
gave you one
fancy,
earlier,
is
yeah.
what
Oh yes,
that
you
is.
did. So
It's
I...
oh my god. All
Hey.
right, so you got a 14.
Okay, 14.
Okay,
Woo!
Ethul, can you please give me a perception
Help
check?
him. Help him.
Yay for advantage.
I can
You
attempt.
need some
Promise
milk.
nothing.
He needs some milk.
He's trying real hard.
some
He is
carrots.
trying real
He
hard.
wasn't ready.
Hold on.
Oh, and
Queen's Flag.
Snowflake Boy wants somebody to do some push-ups. Ooh, and
Ooh.
somebody redeemed learn a secret.
Yup.
Ooh.
Lots of cool
Well,
stuff.
my goodness. Well, as you are making those checks, first off, you may give me the name of a creature, an item, or a place, and I will tell you secrets about that. What place do you want? And Adrian, well, thank you for doing your role. It's time for some push-ups. So give me 20
Aw.
more.
Chat
Give me
who
20
already
more
loves
push-ups.
you.
Oh, okay.
They like you.
They
Hey, I'm
like
so
you.
loved. I'm getting over body strength. Oh.
So yes.
Oh.
So whenever
Well, I
you
just wanted to roll.
E1S Bard, whenever you give me the name of something, I will give you a secret about that something. And won't that be fun? Non-Ked.
I read that he's naked like really quickly. I was like, what?
Yeah, I don't.
Like naked,
I
please.
totally did too. I was like,
Woo!
naked, please. Well, that's. Well, aren't you a cheeky
That's
monkey?
that's
Give
not
me a
Well,
enough.
naked
my-
secret.
That's not enough Chandler
My-
points for that.
Right.
Yeah.
Start taking off my clothes.
There's so Non-Ked, a secret about Non-Ked. Non-Ked, before the War of the Gods, had many, many, many thousands of undead. The undead were in fact used in order to be slaves of the Non-Kedians. They would raise the bodies and then use the zombies or the skeletons as their workforce. When the gods cut off multiplanar travel to the world because undead are in fact powered by energy from the negative energy plane, all of the undead fell because they no longer had the power with them. The orcs of Non-Ked were in fact some of the most powerful people on the planet. They were the necromancers that maintained the undead. But when the power from the negative energy plane was destroyed and the undead fell, the true rulers, the shapeshifters in Non-Ked, then essentially looked at the orcs and said, you can't do your job, so you will take their place. And they enslaved the entire orcish
Right.
people. That is why the orcs, up until very recently, were slaves in Non-Ked. Yup. So that is the secret. And now, do we have a fabulous roll from Ithul? I'm not
I
seeing
can't
one.
seem to get it to roll. I'm like clicking and it's
Lando?
not sending anything.
Yep.
Lando, can you do a perception check for him?
Absolutely.
Or is he
Give
switched
me
over to
one
mine?
It's literally
second.
just roll. I don't have a modifier.
It's totally okay. So,
I got you.
all right, fabulous. Let's get a fabulous perception check. The
Oh.
14, you can see. So, Adrian, what you see with that 14 is, as you watch closely, it looks sort of like the map is moving.
Oh,
And Ithul, you can sort of see a little bit. It looks sort of like, you know, when there's like a super hot patch of sidewalk and things get a little wavy in the air because of the heat.
Days.
That's
Yeah.
sort of what it looks like. Like there's a heat haze over the map.
Interesting.
of course.
I'm assuming my copy can't do that.
Oh, no, 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 my dear. No, I founded a branch of cartography that's called bicameral multiplanar topography. It allows you to send a little beacon that melds with the energy of the plane, and will actually give you new results to shifting topography as gods or monsters or the plane itself just decides it's going to shift some things around. But this map can actually track that in real time. So,
Or something to be able to do that. There was happening to resonate with the plane itself.
Well, yes, it would. And in fact, you would need to make sure that the energy that it was given off and then being sent back to you was similar enough to the background energy of the plane so that monsters and magic users would not sense it and then come and take it for their own.
Reasonable.
It took me many years to learn how to do that.
It's familiar, the particularities of it. Reminds me of a... Oh, it's nothing, don't worry.
All right,
Undead.
my dear. So yes,
At any
I
rate,
think... Pardon?
It is raining out, and you did ask me to come visit you on the day it was raining. It is that day.
Oh, of course, of course. So yes, thank you for giving me that information about oh Lord, what was it? The place you wanted to go?
Is she talking to me?
She is.
The Shadowfell?
Well,
the
yes,
Underdark?
but the spot in the Shadowfell was the memory of Shadow you told me tomorrow.
Okay, I think you're mixing up days again.
Oh Lord, am I doing that? Oh no.
Is there any particular
It's
reason
quite
you seem
alright.
to be temporally challenged?
Well, I don't like to think of it as challenged at all. I simply I see things a little bit out of order sometimes and hear things out of order from where I see things and touch things and out of order from where I hear them sometimes. But that's all just because I looked at the very heartbeat of the universe and it unstuck me a little bit.
It's the heartbeat of the universe, the infinite hymn? The songs of the crystal spheres?
That's what some call it, yes, the infinite hymn. Yes, yes, yes. The music of the spheres. It is a delightful little melody.
Are you aware of a place, the Luxorio, the luminous geometry?
Well, certainly. Didn't I tell you about that already?
No, but I believe you were going to.
I
That's
think
now,
I
at
might
least.
be. No, did I tell another group of people about it? No, I told someone about it, and then they told another group of people, and then you'll hear about that from them in about a week.
In about a week.
But for now,
now?
am I remembering correctly? I cannot remember exactly where you're supposed to be right now. I think you're supposed to be, and she waves her hands, and you find yourself in a different place.
Of course.
You find
Did she do that to
yourself,
me too?
yes, you find yourself standing outside of a rotting tower in the Shadowfell.
Oh my god.
Ithil immediately pulls out Frostbite. Oh, crap.
So, Ithul, I would like you to give me an Arcana check, please.
Oh dear.
And from
I
now
got
on,
you.
if I'm asking for Ithul for a
I got
roll, I'll just expect Lando to do it. All right. So, one thing that you know about Frostbane is that it is, there is slashing damage, but it is cold and it is psychic damage. And for unthinking undead like zombies and skeletons, you know neither of those have any effect.
It's fine, it's something. It's a nervous twitch, okay?
Now, the psychic damage will hurt thinking undead, but not ones that have already lost their brains.
That makes sense.
So, hey, you're in the Shadowfell.
Well, no.
As you are teleported, you are surprised to find yourself in a place that has no sun, there's no moon, there's no stars. There's just dark sky. Everything feels completely washed out. Everything is shades of gray, and you even feel your emotions being tempered by the plane itself. It's as though it is just more difficult to feel anything while you are inside the Shadowfell. And you stand in front
Hold on,
of a
I want to
tower.
see something real quick for my character. Do that roll.
Oh.
Now, what do? You have found yourself, Adrian, just randomly in the Shadowfell after getting drunk the night before and having a conversation with a lich. So,
Isn't that always
after
how it
falling
goes?
out of the sky, so the last couple of days have been a little weird for you.
Don't stay. Just a little. This is.
Athul's shape returns to normal, and you just see an illithid standing next to you.
I love it. And Danielle just cheered 200 bits now. Who are you going to give that advantage or disadvantage to? Do you want to give the DM advantage, or would you like to give one of the characters
That sounds
advantage?
horrible.
Why is it horrible for me to get
Because
advantage?
you're
I
not
don't-
allowed to have
Painful.
fun.
Because you
I-
suck, Kyle.
I hardly ever murder you guys.
Because
Okay.
Oh,
you complain about
Look.
splitting the party, and then you have them sent to the Shadowfell, which is
yeah.
way
what
far
happens.
away.
Oh boy.
Not only separate countries, now separate planes.
Planes.
Yeah.
Picking all the death flag boxes, are we, Kyle?
Well, there's a perfect place to die in the plane
Do
of
I-
death, essentially.
Do I know if my sending
Ithul
stone
is
still
with
works on
Adrian.
different planes?
I'm sorry, what?
Do I know if my sending stone works in different planes, or do I know it has to
Sending
be
does
in
not
similar?
work across planes, no.
Do I know that
it
though?
does, but there's a little chance that it doesn't work. You have to roll a d100.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh boy. I'm gonna pull out the sending stone and I'm gonna take my luck.
+2
I'm
instead.
just gonna grab it in a panic and I'm gonna start shouting into it like, Dill, please save me.
Okay.
Save me!
Roll me, because I am not. What is the D100 that we have to roll for that? Sorry, I do not have this up in front of me right this second.
Oh, check.
But yes, roll me a D100, please, and then
There's a
we'll find
5%
out
chance that it doesn't work.
that it doesn't work or that it
Yeah.
does work.
that it
That
does
it
not.
doesn't work.
Oh, so it does
Okay,
work
so
across planes.
So as long as you do not, as long as you don't roll 5 or less, it will work. All right, it works. So
Woo!
Dill,
That was
you
close.
get this. You get a super panicked message. What exactly do you say? You have 25 words, Ithul.
I'm like, Dill, please tell me you can hear this. I'm stuck in the Shadowfell with a new guy. I don't know why, but Ingress sent us here.
So
And yes,
what
Danielle,
is this?
you can give both of them +2. This is the day you're all on the same day right now.
Oh
Uh,
no!
Yeah, so you are currently in the middle of a huge party with people trying to steal all your money.
Does it go to
So it's
voicemail?
not right before we go before the Emperor guy. It's just during the party at least.
Yeah, this is like the most inopportune cell phone call. You are getting this while you're being introduced to him.
It's like,
You don't know who it is, and you would have to actually pick it up, talk to him. So, are you going to be super rude to
Oh, hold on
to
one
the
sec.
new
I gotta get
king?
this.
Right, flip. Oh, sorry, this is important. 1 second.
and
Let's do the power
Danielle,
play.
yeah, right?
the power.
Danielle, yes, you can give them both +2. Thank you
Woo,
very
thank
much
you.
for that. So on any roll that you want to use that on Adrian or Ithul, you may.
Okay.
So,
Nice.
all right. So now the big question is, Dill, do you pick up the phone?
So is it like the sending spell where it goes right into my head, or do I actually have to grab the stone? Is it
No,
like
it's
is it
going
like a phone where it rings?
It is. You know that someone is calling you. You don't know who, but you know who you gave the other sending stone to. So
Does
you
it make an
know it's
audible
Athul.
sound?
Yeah, I know that it's Ethul calling me. But I
It does
actually
not. It does not make an audible sound. It just you know that Athul is trying to contact you. That's all
There's
you
a
know.
telepathic knock at the door.
Hello, anybody home?
I'll I won't answer.
Okay. All
Yes.
right. Okay. So, Ethul, I'm very sorry to say that the sending did go through, but you have not gotten any kind of response yet, and you can't
Oh, he
send
can
another
respond at any
message.
time, can't he?
Yeah, so the message will sort of be in the stone until he decides to respond, but you cannot
Okay.
send another
He
message.
left them on
Like you
red.
can't, yeah, you can't,
Oh, I
can't
guess not
like
red. but-
drunk dial like 18 times in a row. You know, so that message, the message, oh my God, we're trapped in the Shadowfell, is just hanging out in the stone for now. What would you
Rabbit Hill.
like to do? Yeah. So first off, give me an intelligence check, each of you.
That's not okay. Right up my alley.
There we go. There we go. Let's see. Let's see what happens here. Let's see. Oh, 18 for Ithul. Fantastic. And what are we getting for Adrian?
You got a 20, I think.
All right.
wait, no,
Fan-
never
that was the D100.
Sorry, wrong one.
And yeah.
Yep.
Oh, a 10.
Oh
There
no,
is so
Adrian.
Big ten.
right. So Ithul, you have put it together based on the fact that um, that poor Miss Ingrath is unstuck in time, and she just mentioned the map and where you're supposed to be. You assume that this tower is in fact called Memory of Shadow, and that this is the thing that was scrawled in the margins of the books about Kilnasi. So there's some connection to Kilnasi and this tower.
I look around, and do I see anything in particular that might be trying to kill us?
Yeah, I
Um,
would say that. Oh, okay. Go on.
There is nothing there's nothing around the tower right now. Do you want to look inside the tower?
If there is an opening already, I would say that while Athul was having like their emotional breakdown, Adrian immediately just kind of promptly went in to start looking around.
Okay, so
Athul
you
was
just
following you,
wait.
she's not gonna let you go in there
Hold
alone.
on. There is an opening. I am going to need you to tell me exactly what you do as you enter.
As Adrian approaches, he's just going to really swiftly cast Detect Magic to ensure that he's not about to like step on any magical glyphs or warding or anything
Sure.
of the sort.
How far does Detect Magic extend? 30 feet?
I believe it's 30 feet. Yeah, let me just double check here.
30 or 60.
Yeah.
There is okay. So as
And,
you are detecting magic, do you do anything else, or you just cast a spell as you enter?
Yeah, I'll just be
Okay,
like casting
fabulous.
that as I
And
should make sure to look around the area.
awesome. Ithul, are you going to do anything interesting when you enter?
Yes, detect thoughts.
Detect thoughts. All right, can you pop that up for me? Do you have to have a target for that?
No, well, you can try and probe for ambient thoughts, like around yourself that you can't see. Let me grab it real quick here.
Okay, and how far does it
you.
extend? Okay, fabulous. All right, you can read the thoughts of certain creatures till it's spent. So within 30 feet. So within 30 feet, you do not sense any thoughts at all.
Do I detect it?
And 30 feet.
Please tell me I still sense
yes,
him.
you do. I'm sorry.
Okay.
You detect his
You scared
thoughts.
me.
I thought so.
That's hilarious. No thoughts
He
at
has no
all.
thoughts. Yeah.
I'm head empty.
Head empty.
There's
scared me,
as you. All right, as you are both doing this, we shall move over to the battle map.
Oh boy.
Oh god.
And
Oh god.
oh, I have not created a thing for Adrian yet.
Oh.
Athul has his. Let me go and pop Athul's out. Let me go down, down, down. There is Athul. So Athul, we're gonna pop you out. And for now, because you are a wizard, I am actually, and I don't want to take a lot of time on this. I'm going to give you. Oh, you can be Blix. Today you're gonna be Blix.
There you go.
There it is. So
I'm gonna put Gorf there so that we can check and see the map.
fabulous. All right, so I know you don't have control of your character. So Gorf, if you can come down with these guys down
Yeah.
here. All right, so on the map, what you see as you enter is a tower that is filled with several undead.
Icky, icky.
Icky,
Oh, no.
undead.
I will say on my end, I am the map
Hey,
itself is just
that's
a big
offensive.
black square.
I'm sorry, there's on your end, it's just a big
You have
black
to give him
square.
ownership
Yeah.
of something.
Oh, I have to give you. All right.
That's why I had to put
Let's
Gorf
do
in
a
there
thing.
because I don't
Yeah.
own the token. He's not
All right,
there.
so
His spirit
hold on just a
of
moment,
friendship.
and I will make that thing happen. So I'm going to add a character called Adrian. This will be just a moment, folks. Thank you
Thank you.
for flying.
Blackness. I hate dynamic lighting.
Air allies.
And
They're allies. There you go.
and Adrian. There we are. And we're going to use the selected token. And there we go. So now you should have access to that token, and you should be able to move him around. You might need to refresh your screen, but you should have access now.
And
All right, so as you enter, you find several greater zombies on patrol. As they move around, you will notice that they have an area that they can see anything that enters the red zones while they are moving, they become aware of. But anything outside of those zones, they are not. They are simply on patrol. And I would like both of you to give me perception checks.
I shall do that. I refresh and I still don't see the map, but I'm gonna do the perception check right quick.
All right, fabulous. And there's and you can't see your token either?
I cannot know.
Well, that's so weird. Well, with a 3 perception, that makes sense, doesn't
Don't
it?
worry, I am
With a
blind
6.
essentially.
Yeah,
No
no,
eyes.
that's fine. There. So, as you are watching the zombies, you see them follow a very specific pattern as they move around the tower.
Mhm.
In addition to this, as one of the zombies passes, a little rabbit, a little black rabbit, comes running through one of the holes in the wall and crosses one of the red zones of the zombie. As the zombie becomes aware of the little rabbit, you see one of the tombs up here suddenly fly open, and quicker than you can tell what it is, something jumps out, grabs the rabbit, and retreats back into its tomb. it seems as though
Excuse me.
there is something else in the tower with you, and that if you trip through any of the zombies, it will become aware of you and come after you, won't it? It sure
Thank
will.
you, Danae.
So now, did you put that token out there? Can you see the map now?
I still cannot.
I can't see the
Okay.
dynamic lighting's killing me.
All right, fine. Well, let's just get rid of the dynamic lighting then. There it is. We'll just make this easier on everyone. All right. So, you try to do something fun. All right, is that better?
Yes, I can
Now the
see.
spirit of
Okay.
Gorp
Okay.
has left you.
All right, fabulous. So, you see the zombies. Up here is the crypt that something jumped out of. I am going to need you to give me initiative.
Okay.
Oh.
And ooh, okay.
Neither one of you selected the token.
Okay.
Oh,
I can't click on my token because Kyle placed it.
It's
I'm unable to select a token. Great.
all right. So, well, that's okay. I will give you your turn right here. Fabulous and fabulous. So, yours is damn, initiative. All right, so we'll say initiative 13. Okay, not initiative 2. That's terrifying. And you get 17. All right, fabulous. Now, Ethul, I am going to need you to tell me where you go. If you stay where you are, one of the zombies is going to discover you within the next round.
That's quite all right. I know Adrian's right next to me, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. I am going to reach out for him, put my hand on him, and I'm going to use 2 sorcery points to twin cast invisibility.
Ooh.
Like mine.
Hell yeah.
All right. So, you are now invisible. What would you like to do?
Let's see, mark that off myself, and then I guess I am going to. Is that a pillar right in front of us?
It is.
Point to, since I have blind sight only to 10 feet, I'm just going to put myself up against that pillar as flat as I can.
Okay. Fabulous. Um, what would you like to do, Adrian? What are you gonna do? There are zombies wandering the corridors. You are invisible.
As I've already been put visible, you see Adrian already preparing to cast visibility as he's been turned invisible. Thank you.
It was
Like
self
mine. Thank you. What is the plan? Yeah, I'm just gonna move up to remain in step with Ithul.
Okay, so Ethul, you come up behind this little pillar here. And you're behind this other pillar. All right. Now, what are you gonna do?
Oh boy. And I'm going to grab hold of Ithul and alright, so are these stairways to other places?
So everything is sort of crumbling. So there are some places where there are stone stairs, and there are some places where there are wooden ramps.
I see.
So yes, what are you gonna do?
We saw something jump out of the crypt further ahead. Correct?
You did. You did.
Okay. And so I'm just gonna grab hold of a tool. And I'm just going to dimension door us right over yither.
How far does Dimension Door go?
Dimension door goes up to 500 feet, and I can take one person with me.
Fabulous.
Hell yeah.
All right. Before you, I'm gonna let you go again after this.
Okay.
Before you go through the dimension door, the door opens on the other side. You hear two zombies yell as the door opens, and you see something. Again, it's too quick for your eyes to catch. You see something dart out from the crypt, look at the magic opening, and then wait and see if. And he sort of scurries back towards the crypt, but he's now waiting to see what happens with that. Adrian, give me an intelligence check.
Not a problem.
And let's see. Let's
You
see
got
what
this,
you
man.
figure out.
Yes.
18.
18.
All right. You
That's awesome.
realize that apparently the zombies can sense magic at the very least. And because you got an 18 on that, you realize that zombies can probably sense invisible things too.
Oh no.
Invisibility is doing us in.
Are you going to hold open the dimension door and jump?
I'm going. Oh man, I burned spells on the dimension door already. I have an idea. Are you sneaky at all? Actually,
I can get around.
good. You go, and I'm just gonna throw him ahead.
Oh no!
My God. Okay. All right. So, first of all right. So we're gonna need to unpack this a little bit. There's number one. Number one. What's your alignment, Adrian?
Oh boy, True neutral. It's all in
True-
pursuit of knowledge, baby.
Okay. All right. So true neutral. It's a new person. You don't really know him. Sure, you can remain true neutral. It's totally like it's a neutral thing to do, I guess. There's
He was sneaky.
So now, just so you know, you're trying to do your first interaction with another character. There are no roles when this happens, so the other character gets to tell you what happens. So you attempt to pick him up and throw him through. Ithul, what do you do?
Oh,
I thought
Fool's,
like pick him up and throw him through, more like push ahead, just like go.
Yes. Yep.
Athul is relatively lithe and not too heavy, so he tumbles through the door.
Okay, so you have suddenly, oh dear God, you have suddenly appeared on the other side of this dimension door. Does the door close?
Sure. I would say, yeah, the door
You'll say
closes
something
immediately
quick.
after. Yeah, it closes.
Okay, so there is now, you hear two zombies start yelling, and from the crypt appears some sort of undead monster. Which, of course, is super fun. Everybody likes a good undead monster.
course.
Now, Ithul, please give me a religion check.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I think I'm actually proficient in that. Back out there.
Yep.
All right, let's see. So with an 11, number one, you can tell that these zombies are bigger than normal. You're not sure what that means, but they're larger than normal. And with an 11, you can tell that the creature that just jumped out of the crypt is some kind of vampire, but you don't know what kind.
Oh, well, that's unsettling.
Yeah, so that's fun. It's new and exciting for everyone. We all like the fun things.
So,
You have used your action
mm-hmm.
to cast a spell.
Yes.
You may still use your movement, and you may use your bonus action.
Oh boy, as I've
No, not
thrown-
Adrian.
Oh,
Not
okay.
Adrian.
Oh, wait.
You needed to throw someone through.
to push
You
someone
would have
through,
had
yeah.
to use your bonus action and your movement.
Of
So
course.
you're done.
Yeah.
There's but Ithul, you had not used it, so right now I will allow you to utilize your movement and your bonus action if you would like. Can you see? Can you see where your token is?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, this is not an advantageous position, he thinks to himself.
Certainly is not.
He is going to back up. I'm facing the one to the left, right, that just came out of the crypt?
Probably. That's probably the biggest threat right now, so yes.
I was just wondering what direction I was facing when I popped out. But he'll back up to over here on the other side of the stairs. And
Sorry, can you click
guess-
it? Where do you want to go, left or right? East or west?
right 2 spaces.
Over here.
Yes.
All right. Okay.
And I am going to. You know what?
I love
Grabbing
when
the ember, and I'm going to grab one of the little fire flower seeds out of my pouch, and I'm going to crush it, and it ignites into embers in my hand as I toss them in the air, and they turn into 3 little flower petals floating around me.
I love it. So
That's
now
hard on the embers.
now everyone is very aware of you. You have now become the target.
That's fine. I had to drop it. I had to drop invisibility anyways.
All right, so
It was useless.
yeah. All right, so fabulous. Anything else that you would like to do?
Not that I can.
And your fire flower spell is a bonus action, right?
Yes, but I don't have any other. Well, I can do a canter.
Well, no. If it's that because you've already taken your action this turn, this is still part of the first turn.
Oh, right.
So you used your action to cast.
I'll just back up and cast that spell and call it good there.
Okay, fabulous. All right. So, the Guardian has been alerted to your presence, and now he wants to have a conversation with you about coming in and disturbing his sleep. You still see like little chunks of rabbit like in his mouth, like little tufts of fur and things sort of caught on the sharp edges of his teeth, his ears, and his claws. It's pretty gross, pretty nasty, and we don't like it. The first thing he does is I'm gonna need a Constitution saving throw from you, please.
Let's see here.
1 sec. Gotcha.
Let's see.
All right, I was trying to put the spell out there so everyone knew what it was.
Thank you.
Mhm.
It is a new fabulous spell that we created just for Ithul. It's
Ooh.
delightful. All right, Constitution saving throw. Well, let's take. I'm gonna Ithul because your partner in this just completely screwed you. I'm going to allow you to take that crit, which means that
oops.
as
Yeah, I got it from here, Gore. Thank you, though.
Yeah, no worries. But I critted you.
there is as oh damn, Daniel with 500 bits stepping in and saying hello. Well, my goodness. All right, why don't you Lando, could you please inform us what 500 bits will
So
do?
500 bits, if you use all 500, can give advantage or disadvantage.
Ooh, who
we
were you giving
discussed
that?
in
Ooh.
the chat that you could split it up and do a plus or negative 10,
Ooh.
Yes.
because that's still
So,
works. which may or may not
So
be more valuable.
I will let Danielle make that decision as things unfold. But for now, you have succeeded in your Constitution saving throw, which means,
Spit garlic in his
as I
face.
click over to the right thing, no, you literally see as chunks of rabbit come flying at you. There is a 15-foot cone of blood.
Ooh, that's not great.
It
Whoa.
suddenly
Gnarly.
flies. You take 7 points of damage, of necrotic damage.
7,
From,
you say?
yes, from something called the Blood Disgorge.
Ugh.
Ooh.
Oh, yes.
That just
Brains in
sounds
there?
gnarly.
It's pretty gross. We're not super excited
Big
about that. And now that you are covered in blood, it seems like he's even better able to identify where you are. Next,
Fair enough.
because the zombies have also been alerted to your presence, they all just make a beeline for you. And let's see, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
All right.
They
Time to
are
burn.
now 10, 15, 20, 30. Okay, so give me just 1 sec while I get some hit points on these guys.
Don't worry, it's through. This is all according to plan.
Throwing someone through a dimension door.
Who means plan?
Yep, that's right. That's right. It's all coming together. This fabulous plan to distract someone and then run away. And why don't you tell me, so when do they take damage because of the Fire Flower spell?
When they deal damage to me, and let me just read it real quick here.
When they deal melee damage, right?
Yes, melee damage. For duration of the battle, or regenerating heat. Oh yeah, and when they're within 5 feet of me, they also burn for 1d4 plus my spellcasting mod.
So what would that? So give me a D4, please. Let's see what that burn is. 3 plus what? What's our total here?
For charisma, that would be 4, so 7.
So 7 total. All right. So this vampire grossness takes 7 damage. He jumps back. He is not excited about it. Is there a save to it or no?
Not for that part, no.
All right. Well, is there a save for the melee damage?
No, actually. It's just
Okay.
just the repercussion for hurting me. I just have to take
Okay.
damage.
Well, here comes the first guy coming after you a couple of times. It looks like instead of just 1 hit, he gets 2. Sadly, both of them miss. I don't get to murder a Thule today, but there's another zombie. And let's see
If it
what
gets
this
if it gets
zombie
16
does.
to 9, if it gets 16 to 19 on its roll, I'm casting shield.
Okay, so there is. Are you going to cast? Oh, you don't have a bonus action this round, hun. You cast.
Oh!
That's a
the fire-
reaction.
so you can't.
It's a reaction.
Oh, it's a reaction, not a bonus action. That's true. Would you like to cast shield?
Yes, if he got a 16 to 19, somewhere in that range.
He did, but you don't know whether or not that happens. So you just need to. So if you try to metagame again, I'm going to punish you. So just answer the question: do you cast shield?
as well.
All right.
Reduce
so
damage at all
that
costs.
gives you an extra 5. So that means that one of these attack gets through.
Actually, he's got haste now too.
Shut up! I
Yeah.
hate you all. I am a simple DM trying to murder my players, and you all have.
You are
I think-
amazing.
I think that chat is trying to hurt my feelings.
Yes, they
Well,
are.
my
You don't
goodness
deserve it.
gracious.
I'm dying.
This is terrible.
For
terrible
shame,
things.
Kyle.
So apparently those 2 zombie attacks
That's
do
plus
not.
2 to AC, right?
Yes, it
Alright.
is. Well,
Alright,
and
so I
thank
have
you for
22 then.
following Mayoho 3. You get a little wink from Corton, you sure do. Wink. And now, it is time All right, so that is what happened in that round. Now it is time, Ethul. It is your turn now. What would you like to do now that you have been thrown? You have been yeeted through a dimension door into the midst of a bunch of undead. What would you care to do, good sir?
You know what? I'm gonna pull out my mithril scimitar that I haven't used in a long time.
You know what? You haven't used it in so long that I forgot you even had that.
You gave me an awesome weapon that I replaced it with, but I kept it just in case of situations like this.
Right. Well, now don't forget that your blade, the psychic energy of the blade, will affect the vampire.
This is true. I could embed
So
it.
make decisions. You got high enough on your intelligence so that you know that, so that you remember that.
All right, I'll throw the crossbane at him and see if I can't stick it in his rotten
All right,
flesh.
give me some attack. What's your attack? What is it? What is it? You think you can hurt him? Is that what you think? Oh, a 10. A 10 just as a so you pull Frostbane out of the shadow and you attempt to stab this guy with it, and you see that just only the cold part seems to hit him, and it just sort of glances off him. The cold is just wait, hold on.
Wait, doesn't Ethul have a advantage?
He does because you're hasted.
Yeah.
Oh my god, and Irie Janasi just cheered 500 bits. Thank you so much.
Irie Janasi,
Okay.
For a tool.
All right.
Well, he's gonna
So do you want me to roll again or take the 15?
If they're giving you +2s, I will allow you to use +2 to the point that you can hit him.
You have technically you have 22 plus 22.
because you didn't use the one from Daniel earlier.
So you can currently. Would you like to do that?
Do it.
Yeah.
You are using 4 of those to stab him.
Also, he has
And-
advantage.
With the advantage, it would only be 1. You would use 1 + 2 in order to hit him. So what happens is you stab. You see it sort of glancing off, and then you feel the light from the fire flower enhance your strength. You feel this light and this beauty in this place of darkness shows you just the right spot, and you stab the Nosferatu. And now, tell me, how much damage do you do?
It's right there. I rolled with it.
Oh, so 12 cold and 2 psychic, so 14 damage. And he takes it all, because apparently he is not immune to cold. That's right.
Oh boy.
So, are you going to leave it in?
Yeah, I'm definitely leaving that in him.
All right, so there's a Nosferatu being pounded by fire, flame, and psychic damage as he attempts to come after you. And ice, fire, frost, and psychic damage. Delightful. Anything else, Mr. Ethul?
You know what? Because
I do know what, and I know why.
Because I have recently obtained level 2 fighter, I am going to use action surge, pull out the freaking scimitar, and I'm going to try and slice its head off.
Yeah!
You're a rude person. You're a rude person.
So you're hasted, and you have advantages, right, too?
So don't forget that haste gives you an extra attack as well. So you can actually do a third attack.
I want to see what happens with this first.
So you miss this. Would you, even with the advantage, the 13 misses? Would you like to use some more?
I will try again.
You have 10 more +2s.
Well, how many +2s did he have initially?
11.
11 plus
yeah, okay.
2s.
Yeah. So you've got 10
Good
+2s
Lord.
apparently.
Uh,
Damn! And there is a. Oh, that's not a crit. Sorry. I was like, I saw a 20. I got very excited for a minute. Okay,
Likewise.
so would you like to hit with the Mithril Scimitar? Don't forget, though, Ithul, you can also just use your Frostbane without having to roll an attack.
yeah, that's why I wanted to see where the first hit goes. I guess
Oh
I'll
no,
use.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. We're not playing that game, sir. We're not going to metagame that hard. You
I'm not
have done
metagaming.
well. No, you have done rolls now for this other one. You've done 2 of them, so we're going to take those.
Because I thought I only had 1 plus 2, but that's fine.
So you have got. So you've hit twice. So you've hit once with the Mithril Scimitar. You can use your +2s to hit again with the Mithril Scimitar. Would you like to do that?
I could disengage. That might be the smarter option. Fuck it.
Well, no,
Swing for the batter.
you've attacked twice, so those are your 2 extra actions. You can't change
Yeah,
those
we'll
at this
just-
point.
Okay. Stab, swing, swing.
So, do we want to add the
Yeah, I'm gonna-
extras?
Fuck it. Why not? I'll add
All right.
2 of the
So
plus 2s.
Yes. So you get 2 more. So Lander, if you can pull 2 more of those +2s off, and the Nosferatu is now just being beaten about the head and shoulders with mithril, ice, psychic damage, fire. Like he's very confused about
a Sunday.
why this food is doing terrible things to him, because you're just food. There it is. All right, and
I'm a creature
now
of the far realm. You won't enjoy my blood, motherfucker.
and now, Adrian, now that you have created a nice distraction, what would you like to
Adrian-
do?
He's going to move 10 feet forward. And then as he's doing so, he's going to the several pockets along his coat, pulling out tallow, a bit of brimstone, and some powdered iron. As he's combining them into a ball within his hands, he lets it loose and says aloud, Zumaviziris! And as it flies forward, right behind the Nosferatu, forms a flaming sphere
Nice. Nice.
that he's going to immediately jam into the Nosferatu,
Oh my god.
forcing
all
it to
right.
make a dexterity saving throw.
All right, Nosferatu saving throw. Here we go. Let's
Now it's stuck
do
between
it.
a rock and a hot place.
And the Nosferatu gets a 6 on their dexterity saving throw.
Yeah,
So-
So
loser.
he takes 2
How-
points of fire damage now, and at the start of his turn, I believe it's. Let me just make sure if it's start or end.
So it is just he really enjoys. Apparently he's been lacking some vitamin D in his life, and you guys are really trying hard to provide that. And I think that's great.
Be
I think it's
helpful.
really nice of you. Yes. All right, you have cast a spell. Would you like to do anything else with your turn?
So yeah, there's gonna be a flaming spear just gonna hang out right behind him, and
What's the distance on that? Is it it's anything within 5 feet of it?
yes, everything within 5 feet of it. If they remain, if they're in their turn there, they take 2d6 fire damage.
So
And
when
I
you
can move
move,
it as a bonus action.
okay, so when you moved it to the square. You moved it to this square.
Yeah, it spawned in that square. I can spawn it anywhere within 60 feet.
Okay, fabulous.
Mhm.
Now would these zombies have taken damage as well?
No, they do so at the end of their turn, but they're still within
At the-
5 feet of it.
Fabulous. Thank you for that. All right.
And I'm going to.
You're gonna do something fabulous.
Oh
Something
yeah.
fabulous, I'm sure.
I'm gonna see if I can get him out of there. Actually, let me just make sure that I
my
read
God.
this correctly.
And yes,
Oh, ooh.
let's keep it going, please.
I'm just going to use more of my movement to just move to right here. If it will show up, which I'm on the wrong thing. That's why. Right over here.
Fabulous. So right over here.
Yep, and that's where
All
I'll
right,
end
cool.
my turn.
All right. Well, because you are still out of the sight range of the zombies. The other zombies are now going to say, "Hello." Almost.
Any that start their turn in my area got to take that 1d4 again.
Enter.
Or when they enter it. Okay. So
Yeah.
that guy is. So first, this guy is going to take some damage, and it's how much? It's going. So this turn, it's going to be 7 damage.
6.
6 damage. All right. All righty. We're doing 6 damage there. And it's within 10 feet or 5 feet?
5 feet.
Okay, so this one does not take it. This one starts its turn there and takes 6 damage. And this one takes some crazy damage as well with your beautiful little fire flower spell. And so does this guy. Now the Nosferatu's starting to look a little messed up. He's not super excited about all the stuff that's going down. But first, I'm sorry, we're gonna have to see if you can survive 6 slam attacks from greater zombies. So here's one. And they all have advantage too. So because you are flanked.
Shield.
Okay. So here's 1, 2, 3, 4,
22 AC. Come on, baby.
5,
Yeah.
6. All right, let's see. I'm gonna come back over here and let's see what's going on. All right. Well, the first one is a crit. So
No.
yeah.
Oh, no,
so
it slams.
yeah, I'm
Oh
sorry.
well, he's gonna take the burn damage anyways when he hits me.
Oh, that's true. All right, so you are going to take. Oh God. You are going to take 9 slam damage, 9 bludgeoning damage, and 5 necrotic damage. From that first guy. Actually, I'm sorry. So double that, so it will be 18 necrotic or 18 slam damage and 10 necrotic damage. And he's gonna take 6 fire damage from you. All right, that was his first one. How are you looking?
How much was the total?
The total was 28 damage.
28. A little roughed up, but I keep going.
Okay, with all of your extras, does a 25 hit you?
Unfortunately.
Okay, but at least this one is not actually a crit. So let's see what that looks like. So you are still. So you're going to take another 17 damage.
All right.
From that. Yeah. There's, maybe throwing somebody into the center of a whole bunch of crazy zombies is not the best plan. I'm just.
Don't worry, I have a
you know.
plan.
All right, so.
Well, he's gonna take another fire
What's
flower then.
fireball?
So he takes. All right, so he takes another 6. All right, and there we go. Next on. Oh, it's a 22, and the one after that is a 23.
Oh my God! Don't worry, I'll get us out of here.
And let's see. All right, let's look. Let's see. So it is. So you take 14 more damage and then 18 more damage.
Oh my gosh.
Last one will put me down.
All right. So, what happens? Does something special happen with the fire flower if you go unconscious?
No, all of them just got used up. He does take another d6 for that. The first of those 2 hits there.
Yeah, I gave that to him. All right. So Ithul is down in the middle of a bunch of zombies. I'm going to allow chat to decide all of the things that you have given Ithul to help him. I will allow all of it taken together to distract these guys long enough so that they don't, because there's still another 2 attacks coming. which would mean Ethul would be dead.
Oh my God, Ari!
Oh,
no.
shit!
Oh my god!
Holy
Oh,
Diagonasi, you are
shit.
godly!
What the?
Shit. All
Oh,
right. So
I don't know what just happened.
Ira Janasi has just given 2,500 bits. For that,
Oh
Ira
my
Janasi,
God.
I will allow you to do 3 environmental effects. The first one that you may choose from is going to be light, dark, or shadow. Let me know which one of those you want. The second one is going to be spirit, vengeance. Okay, so light is the first one. The second one is going to be spirit, vengeance, or moving on. Spirit, vengeance, or moving on for the second one. And the third one is going to be tentacle,
Oh,
sword, or
Okay.
tooth.
Tentacle or tooth?
Tentacle,
Sword,
sword, or tooth.
Light.
We have light,
Vengeance.
vengeance, and
Sword.
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 And sword.
Oh,
Okay,
that sounds like
okay.
a dope
Okay.
That's
combo.
what sounds like
Oh,
a dope
God.
combo.
All right. We're about to tell
this should
a
be
little
interesting.
story. Ira
An
Janasi,
avenging angel. Oh my
you
God.
get to help. Thank you very much for all the bits. You get to help tell a fabulous story now. And it goes like this. As Ethul is slammed down, the slight vampiric energy of his sword interacts with the vampire that he is in front of.
It's still stabbed in his gut.
It is
Oh, it's got-
still stabbed in his gut. In desperation, Ithul, who do you call to? Tell me what deity, what friend, what leader do you call to for help?
You know what? Because he's kind of learned a little bit about it, he's just gonna call out for Soon.
For Sune. Sune responds to your prayer. You see your sword light up like a beacon, and the blood that this vampire had in fact spit on you begins to drip off of your body, coalescing into a pool at your feet. You see the spirit of the poor Bunny that has just been murdered by this vampire arise from this pool. You then see, you don't see the full creature or the full being, but what looks like the hands of Sune reach into the Shadowfell and take the bunny and stroke it. And you hear a whisper in the air, and there is perfect silence for just a moment. In that moment, you feel your health returning. Roll me 3d8.
Oh boy.
And I see you with the rabbit from Monty Python, but that doesn't really fit with my vengeance theme. As
The rabbit's getting revenge.
Oh my
So
gosh.
you
Oh my god.
you take
Wait.
through the vampiric power that is now resonating with the vampire itself. You reverse the flow of energy from the vampire into yourself and absorb 18 points of its life. And as you are doing that, you see from all around you the children of the slain rabbit suddenly appear. Hundreds of little bunnies that have been hiding in and around this tower suddenly enter, their beady eyes focused on the vampire that killed their father. And
God.
as one, they leap upon him, tearing at him with their little claws and gnawing at him with their teeth. And right in front of you, you see a Nosferatu absolutely destroyed by little bunnies. And in the midst of that, you see Frostbane clatter to the ground where a Nosferatu used to sit.
Does
Oh
it
my God,
fit your
it fucking
fantasy, you
devoured him?
say?
And that, my friends, is
Phil
what
just looks up. Thank
environmental effects will get you.
Oh my God. Another 500, by the way. When
Jesus. So, Iron Genasi, you let me know what you want to do with those. So, I love it. Ithul is back up. He does not have the fire flower spell, but he is back up, and the other zombies have been distracted for this turn, which will give you just a little bit of time. Ithul, it is now your turn.
He just looks up at the sky or whatever amalgamates to it in this tower and just, thank you.
As you do that, you see the little nose of a little ghost bunny just give you a little kiss right on your tentacle. And now, what are you going to do?
He's going to stand up, pull Frostbane over to his hand, and it's probably wise if I back the fuck off now. So I'm gonna do that. Disengage,
So
and
action,
I am
all
going.
right.
So I'm gonna disengage, and I'm gonna try and head back towards the front of the room where we came in.
Okay, how far are you going to go?
I have 30 feet of movement, as far as I can get while moving around these bastards.
You can get 60 because you're still hasted.
Oh, you are hasted. So do you want to go all the way back to the front of the room?
Then yeah, if I still got haste, I thought that went down when I died.
Okay. You did not die. You were saved, good sir.
Fair enough.
Saved by you were saved by the power of love. Apparently, Sune was not talking to Goru. She was talking to you.
That explains it.
So, Goru, I would like to include you in this. This happened just as you were praying at the Temple of Sune in Valencia. So, the power of friendship saved Ithul. And now Ithul is out of the range. I want both of you to please give me a perception check.
Absolutely.
That's totally not going to go poorly.
No, it's gonna be
With
fine.
my -1 perception?
Oh my god. All right. Ooh, at 16.
Oh.
So you see, Adrian, that these zombies, as soon as you got out of their line of sight, suddenly stopped chasing you. They stopped looking for you. And they look like they're about to just start patrolling again.
They just like, oh,
Right.
I guess it was nothing.
like,
Yeah.
the classic
True.
RPG.
I mean, let me
Yeah.
let me
This is the
explain.
weird-
They are zombies. They do not have a brain. They were told to patrol and alert and attack anytime something comes within 15 feet of them. And they patrol constantly, which means most of the time they're going to catch the thing. As soon as Ithul left 15 feet of any of the zombies, none of them recognize that there is anything else, and they're just going back to patrolling. So, now, Ithul, now, Adrian, what are you going to do?
as Thule has like been past me, as he like passes, I'll be
As
right
he
with you.
whipped past you as a hasted person.
What about myself? I'll be right with you. And I'm going to move the rest of my feet 30 feet to get right up in the midst of them. If I can get right here.
Okay,
Wrong
so
tool again.
so first of all, did you see what happened?
Yeah, I saw the holy radiance and bunnies and
Okay. All right. So here's something that happens at our table. I like stories that have integrity to them,
Mhm.
and where the characters all interact.
Of
So
course.
because you did not say anything about the fact that there was a goddess in your midst,
Wait, I saw it. Wait, the goddess was
that-
literally there.
Yeah.
Ah.
that didn't affect you at all, which means I get to pick one of your rolls within the next turn to give you disadvantage.
Alright, no problem.
So just be aware. Anytime a major thing happens in the stream, everyone around them should have some sort of reaction to it.
Of course.
So now, what are you gonna do?
I'm gonna. Oh God. Well, after like seeing that entire cavalcade, he gets slightly unnerved by the sheer amount of rabbits. He has like a little bit of his face, but you see that there's a bit of determination on his face as he continues to rush towards the collection of zombies, if only to, in his mind, make like set the record straight, make good on a poorly thought out decision, and is gonna try and get right in the midst of him.
So okay, so I'm gonna ask you. Tell me about your character. Tell me why your character would choose to run back into a horde of zombies that had stopped looking for you.
Because the original plan of everything did not go to task, and if only as a ass backwards way of like some sort of apology, he's like, I gotta do something to these guys. I can't just have let him like throw someone I just met into a horde of zombies and not like
Sure.
trying to make up for it in some way.
Okay. So you so you are all, this makes sense, you're all about your reputation, and you feel like the only way to save it right now is to run into the midst of a whole bunch of zombies.
Yeah.
So, we have just had a goddess descend upon us, do insane things, just all kinds of ridiculous things are happening. There's just these phenomenal forces that happen from outside the game, what some might call chat, have influenced the game
Wizard.
dramatically. And now,
Yes, thank you, chat.
as that
You guys
has
are
happened,
amazing.
as that has happened, and as our new fellow player is about to run into the zombies in the midst of the Shadowfell, we will end there today.
Ah.
That's right.
The Deus Ex chat. I was just typing that. Your generosity.
So we will keep track of all of the bits because we haven't used all the bits. We will keep track of all the bits, everything. They will get to use them next week. All right, so we will do that. But for now,
That was nuts.
first, I would love to show you. Lando, do you have any of our fabulous little videos queued
I
up?
have all three. Just let me know. and I'll
Okay.
change it.
Ooh.
I would love to do, because my favorite is the 45-second one. I love it. So this is a little video that we
Well,
created for Token
let me
Tales.
Let me check to see which one is which because I didn't label them. with
Well,
the
you know
bugs.
what? Whichever is the first one. Let's
It
do
should be
that
the
First
one.
one. All right.
There is. So we're just gonna do.
Here
We're
we
gonna
go.
do that. Hold on, not yet.
Yep.
This is Token Tales. Let's throw up their links in the description. Please go over to their Kickstarter. Go sign up to start so that when the Kickstarter starts, we can jump in there and get this thing funded in like 13 minutes. That's my goal. I want to get it funded in 13 minutes because it's fabulous, and I'm very excited about it. So we will do that. I'm very excited. Let us show you a little thing that we created just for them, and then we're going to raid.
So I did my best to modulate the volume, so just a headphone warning. It should be quiet, but just in case it is, just be prepared. All right, here we go.
Fabulous.
3,
Let's
2,
do it.
1. All right, and we're back. Hey!
Yay!
Yay!
So, I hope you like that cuteness, a little bit of cuteness. And again, thank you so much, all of you, for joining us today.
You guys are all
I hope you
excellent.
had a glorious time. And thank you, chat. Our tagline here is creating connection after a year of isolation. And thank you so much for helping us to feel connected to our community and to all of you. And I hope that you feel a little connection to us and to the other people that you've shared this experience with. And now, let's go make a connection to someone else. Remember, whenever Play Nerd Allies raids a channel, we tell them what Play Nerd Allies is bringing to the potluck. So, why don't we head over and say hi to Sensei Suplex, who is
Let's
also
do it.
part of the Rolling Together stream team, which we just got accepted to. Super
Yay!
exciting! I love it. So
Excellent.
hashtag Rolling Together.
Rolling.
And are we almost ready? We're almost ready. Just a couple seconds, and we're gonna head over there and see you all next week, guys.
Bye.
Bye.